all right. Accordion Cool, and you know, so that was sort of a short introduction song, and you may have recognized it as the theme from Bonanza. And somebody is wearing a cowboy hat today. Well, why are we doing that? Well, today is sort of a milestone show, because today's show puts us past Bonanza on the all-time list of shows. Now, we've already passed several others. We've done more shows than Andy Williams, Dean Martin, Mel Torme. Remember All in the Family? We've done more. Big Bang Theory. And, of course, Carol Burnett. We've even done more than Carol Burnett. So we can add Bonanza to our little list. So I figured, well, that's a good thing to intro with. Now, try to pick a theme to go with it. What I decided to do is all the songs today will be from movies. I mean, movies, TV, it kind of relates. And the first one is from 1934, and it was from a show called Top Hat. Top Hat became a movie, and a lot of people, I don't think, realize that this song actually came from a movie. So, a little tune called Dancing Cheek to Cheek. So, here we go. Dancing Cheek to Cheek, yeah. All right, our next tune is a little more recent, 1961. Came from a movie called Breakfast at Tiffany's, written by Henry Mancini, and I'm sure that gives you a pretty good clue as to what the name of the tune is. I got to push a couple of buttons here and hope I hit the right ones. But Now this is one of those tunes, and I didn't hit the right one. What did I do? Okay, let's go back. Okay, and let's do this. There we go. All right, this particular tune was originally written as a waltz. Now, you know Coach Dave doesn't really do a lot of waltzes. I mean, you know, they're too dainty, and you can't, you know, mess around with them. So I do this and many other tunes that were written as waltzes. I just do them a 4/4 time, little up-tempo, and play with it. And I remember several years ago I was at a gig, and a woman that she was a bartender. I don't know what, don't really recall what her function was there. So on a break I asked her, I said, you know, you have any tune I could play for you? She says, oh. She says, I love Moon River. Can you play that? I says, well, I can. I says, but you probably won't like the way I play it. She says, I don't care how you play it, I will like it. So I guess she liked it this way, so hopefully everybody else will. You know, Little Moon River in 4/4 time. Moon River. All right. Well, this next tune actually is going to end up in the same category. Also written in 3/4 time. No, not for Coach Dave. From a movie, 1963. The movie is called Charade. The tune is called Charade, so that was quite convenient. I remember I saw the movie, and they had a lot. It was kind of a mystery, I believe. Had a lot to do with Mount Rushmore and stuff like that. So, and actually, it's the name of my last album. So, it had to be in 4/4 time. So, a little tune called Charade in 4/4 time. Charade. Maybe this whole thing you're watching is a Nah, it's not. It's me. I'm here. Yeah. No AI or charade or anything. All right, next tune. Came from a movie of 1960. Now, this was recorded and a big hit by a fellow who wasn't really that well known. The movie was called Blue Hawaii, and some fellow from Tennessee, Elvis. His name was Elvis. You may or may not have heard of him, but he had the big hit on I Can't Help Falling in Love with You. So. Can't Help Falling in Love with You. All right, well, this next tune, you may or may not have heard. It came from a movie, 1939. The movie was called, it's called The Wizard of Oz. So I don't know if you've heard of this song or not. It's called Over the Rainbow. That's what it is. So let's see what we can do with it. Rainbow. That Over the Rainbow, even though it was a movie song, if you look up a list of movie songs, it's way down the list. Why? Well, very simply, Over the Rainbow was voted the greatest song of the century, of the 20th century. So couldn't very well hold two titles. So I think it probably much rather would have had the greatest song title. All right, our next tune, here we go again, taking a waltz and nay, nay, nay. This song, 1968, I believe, or 65, I think it was. Again, from a movie. Movie is called Dr. Zhivago. This song has two titles, actually. One is Lara's theme. Lara, I guess, was a character in the movie. And actually three titles, Somewhere My Love, or The Love Theme from Dr. Zhivago. So take your pick. I'll try to play a little bit of each one, and we'll see what happens. So, Somewhere My Love, Lara's theme, or The Love Theme. Here we go. Somewhere My Love, or Lara's theme. Well, we're getting down towards the end of our time. We got one more song. Now, this song, around 1968, I believe, a fellow named Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry had a big hit on this. Chuck Berry was a guitar player and rock and roll singer. Around 1985, they made a movie called Back to the Future with Michael J. Fox. Remember that one? And he goes back in the past, and he had, well, not he himself, I'm sure, was a stand-in, doing this same song. Now, also, this song had its own movie earlier, so it's got two movie credits. A little tune called Johnny Be Good. So here we go. Johnny be good. I hope he was good after that. I don't know too much about Johnny, but well, that's our show for today. All the movie songs or songs from movies per se. And hope y'all enjoyed it. And I want to thank y'all for watching, listening, and all that good stuff. And however you get our show, whether it's the radio or the TV or YouTube or whatever. So, and of course now we lead Bonanza. Sorry horse, sorry little Joe, sorry Ben, but hey, no, those things happen. And many other tunes, and we're very grateful and very happy to have been able to do that all these years. So, Austin, I think we got to go 20 years for Gunsmoke. You up? Yeah, I don't. Maybe he's not up for it. But, and of course, a big thank you to the big guy, Austin, behind the glass. So we're going to take it, oh, I know. We can take it home with Bonanza. Let's try that again.